Hello, everybody. I'm in the workshop here. I have got a Ford Fiesta engine. Okay, as you can see, it's a twin cam. I think it's 2013, sorry. So I just want to show you, to demonstrate to you, that how you do the timing on this. All right. So first things first, you turn the crankshaft. Okay, and then you put this cog here, guys. That's a floating cog. All right, it spins, it's not on a key, so you have to put that tool in here. Show you what it's like quickly. See that? That's the crankshaft locking tool. Okay, and then you turn your crankshaft until it stops at this lock. You're not putting it in a hole. No, there's no hole. It just stops the web from turning. So if you can see, um, I can't turn. If I do that, look at that. If I turn it backwards, it will turn. But if I come here, you can hear, listen to the sound. You know, it gets stopped by that. Okay. So the other thing then that I want you to see is the back of the cams, right? The back of the cams have got these slots. Okay, you've got these slots. They have got to be in the right way, and you slide in this bar here, and then you have your camshafts. Your camshaft is now locked, so both of your camshafts are locked. Now, when you have done that, 90% of the job is done, right? So let me then go to the front. You want to leave these gears floating. See that one there? You want to leave them floating like that, right? One thing that I want you to be careful of, if you have dismantled the camshafts, there's one thing that I want you to be careful. It's easy to swap these camshafts because they look almost the same. But if you do swap them, you are going to cause a lot of damage. I'll show you the damage because this one, this engine had the cams swapped. So when you're standing at the back of the engine, this one is your inlet side. This one, the right side, is your exhaust. You can see by the ports that they're black. Okay, that's exhaust. And this side here, that's your intake side. All right. So now, this camshaft was put this side, and this side, and this one here was on this side. So now I have swapped them the right way because I noticed quickly that something was wrong. And anyway, the damage was done because I'd given the boys to put these together, but the damage was done. But it doesn't matter. This is an engine that is just going to be on the stand. It's not a customer's. It's something that we just use for teaching here. But I thought I should take advantage and use this engine to show you. So how do you distinguish an inlet camshaft from an exhaust one? See here? That's towards the end. Okay, look at the inlet one and then look at the exhaust one. See these ribs? Look at the space in between. And that one there, look at the space in between. This is narrow, this is wider. Or the best thing that you need to do is to mark these, okay? Whenever you take them out, mark them. so that you know which one is exhaust, which one is inlet. You have to mark them. But if you don't, you will go through what I went through here with the boys. Because whenever I came in, I noticed that the engine wasn't turning. And when I went to investigate, I found out what had happened. So this is what will happen. Okay. I would rather show you the mistakes that go on in the workshop. And I'm glad that this is just an engine on the stand. Like imagine if this was someone's engine and this has happened. So these are some of the things that happen that you will not know maybe as a customer. You'll never know this because, people go quickly and get this sorted so that you don't know. So buy two valves and put them back. Yeah. So that's these valves broken clean, as you can see. Okay, clean broke. You can see, look at that, broke. Okay, and because the camshaft that was used was wrong, inlet camshaft was on the exhaust side. Okay, so that said, just to give you a word of caution and to make you aware of the damage that can happen when you are just trying to do a good job. So now I'm going to go ahead and do the timing for you. I've set the crankshaft, I've set the camshafts. I'm going to loop the belt for you, and then I'll show you what happens after. I'm going to go ahead and and fit the belt. Okay, so I'll start from the bottom. To be honest with you, I didn't need to have this. I didn't need to have the crankshaft pulley in. Okay, but I'll just demonstrate here. Now, so that's what you want, and just like that. So that's the belt looped. If you notice, I left them floating. Okay, so that there will be no slack. Here, I have my tensioner. At the moment, my tensioner is fully released. I put a lock pin there, okay, so that would allow me to put the belt on. So watch out for that one there. All right, this bolt is loose, as you can see. It's just securing the tensioner there. All right. So now what I can do is I can go ahead and pull that. See now, look at the tension. Okay, I can go now, and so everything is now sweet. Just to make sure that these are then torque them to specific torque. You can use a spanner. There's a place where you can hold a 21 spanner, and then you can hold that, and then you torque this bolt. Okay, I'm not quite sure. I'll check on order data what the torque is. And if you come this side as well, you hold it and then you torque it. You don't want to use this bar at the back there. Okay, just hold it with a spanner and then you torque it. Torque this one as well, and then you can torque this one as well. Okay, all right. So torque that one, and that one, and if I can just maybe tighten this just for now for demonstration purposes, okay? I'll just tighten these for demonstration purposes. All right. So I can go ahead now and remove the timing tools. So that's that one taken off. Okay. You can remove the timing tools, and I'll come here and pull that one out as well. All right. And Now, I need a ratchet, and let me see, is it 18 or 17? I think. Yep, that's an 18 socket. So I've put an 18 socket on the crank, and so I have a, what did I do? See that? See that piece of paper here? I'm going to turn a revolution, turn another revolution. If I've done my timing right, you'll find that I'll be able to turn those 2 revolutions. But if something is not right here, you will find that this crankshaft will be stuck somewhere. Then I know that the timing is not right. This saves you to have to start the engine using a starter motor, and then you hear a bang that will cost you a lot of money. So let's turn this together. Okay, turn it in the direction of rotation, clockwise. So 1 revolution, 2 revolutions. I've done a good job. Okay, if something was wrong here, by now this would have locked straight away. Okay, I have done a good job. So basically, this is how you do a Ford Fiesta timing. All right, that's how I'll give you the details, the complete details of this vehicle. But basically, that's how you do the timing. I hope you're going to enjoy and you're going to follow this video whenever you're doing a timing for this Ford Fiesta 2013 Ford Fiesta engine. This is James. Please consider subscribing. Consider as well sharing this video. Watch our next videos. We have got a lot that is coming. So if you can subscribe and hit the notification bell, you will not lose anything from me. Appreciate your support. Thank you very much for all the support you're giving us. Watch out for the next coming video.